Hello, reality shifters. Today I bring you voting video number 288 in the Incredible Mandela Effect voting video series. We're discussing a world famous sandwich that came out in 2003 on the breakfast menu at McDonald's. So this is a Business Insider article. I've tested nearly every fast food breakfast item, and one sandwich is clearly better than the rest. Yet none of those catch my discerning eye. The Egg McMuffin, Dunkin' Donuts, bagel-clad options. Not like the Mcgriddle. The Mcgriddle was released in 2003, predating the sweet and savory craze by nearly a decade. I always remember the Mcgriddle. Wasn't something I ordered very often when I happened to go to McDonald's, because I saw the calories on it one time and I'm never going to be ordering that. But I always remember it as a Mcgriddle. It's been out for 15 years. Always a Mcgriddle. Well, we have a lot of people who happen to recall it being called a Mcgriddle. However, it's never been a Mcgriddle. It's always been a Mcgriddles. Now watch this.
Here's what a Mcgriddle looks like. An M on this side for McDonald's, and if you flip it over, there's a W for Wombo. If you get that reference, congratulations.
It says here on the front, sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Actually,
oh, it does, huh? You know, I've seen so many of these that I honestly believe that these people don't see particular letters when they're looking at a sign. I've seen people walking into Chuck E. Cheese's and they point the camera right up there and they read it. We're heading to Chuck E. Cheese, everybody. And it's right there in their face. I've seen people holding animal crackers and they say, they leave off a letter. And just so much. I've seen people like hold a box of Cheez-It and they say, look, here, I've got some Cheez-Its. It's just bizarre. If you look at this stuff as much as I do, and I know a lot of you that are watching this video actually do, I'm sure you've seen it numerous times. Watch this. This is what I'm talking about.
And you end up liking it. So if this sounds good to you, or you just want to try something different for breakfast, I'd recommend this, the McDonald's Sausage McGriddle from their breakfast menu.
He's pointing right at it, and he says the sausage McGriddle. It's right there. It's sausage McGriddles. It's right there in your face, and you just leave it off. I mean, I know people do that type of stuff. Like in my last video, I got all these comments saying, oh, well, they just added an S to Myers, because that's what people do. Just like they just add an S to Oscar Mayer, and they just say, oh, pick up some Oscar Myers hot dogs. I never called it Oscar Myers. It was always Oscar Mayer. Fred Myers, there's people saying they remember Fred Myers. It's always been Fred Meyer. I know people add S's and take them off and all this stuff, but watch this.
We're here for the McDonald's sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle unboxing. This is a new item at McDonald's.
Okay, so the S is kind of cut off there, but it's right in front of him. Here, watch this guy.
There's the packaging, sausage McGriddle on it, and the whole car right now smells like warm maple syrup. It smells really good.
And getting people all confused.
We've never had a McGriddle.
How do you rate
in our lives? We know it's not new.
New McGriddles. Bizarre, but yummy.
See? New McGriddles. This is way back 2003. New McGriddles breakfast sandwiches. Always been McGriddles. Sounds really weird. They were always sausage, egg, McGriddle. They were never called McGriddles in my recollection. Let me know what you think. If you remember sausage, egg, cheese McGriddle or sausage McGriddle, whatever. If you remember McGriddle sandwich, thumb this video up. If you remember McGriddles, go ahead and thumb it down. You know, nothing new. It's been around for a while, but I've been doing it over the regular sausage McGriddle. They rolled this out here lately on the new $2 value menu. He might want to stay away from that, just saying.
A 10, and that doesn't matter because I'm going to go in on it here on a last bite. Big bite of the McDonald's. Here, ASMR fans. Bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Let's take another last look. Bacon,
All right.
cheese, egg.
All right, dude. We got the close-up on her.
Pancake McGriddle
Yeah,
bun.
we can see it.
As always, thanks again.
All right, so I know a lot of people are going to say, well, they're just leaving off the S because that's what people do. I understand that, but I remember McDonald's having a McGriddle sandwich. I don't remember it being called a McGriddles. That's just weird. And seems like it was from another reality.
So this is the sausage egg. It says on my receipt cheese McGriddle. No, I've had the sausage McGriddle.
He's reading it. He's looking right at it. Check that out again.
Sausage egg. It says on my receipt cheese McGriddle.
Must have lost the one. I had one guy that was hilarious. Must have. Oh no, here he is. We didn't play it. That's odd. I thought it went right down the line. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Chicken McGriddle? No way!
The Chicken McGriddle. Well, it's actually a Chicken McGriddles, but he remembers it being called a Chicken McGriddle.
Hey YouTubers, it's Ken from KBD Productions TV. Welcome back to another Ken Domic food review just for you and just for you. I am here in Bradford, Ontario once again to do the Chicken McGriddle. This is a secret menu item.
All right, secret menu item. There's tons of reality residue, everybody, on this one. I just threw together these video clips. There's tons in books. I should have gone. I didn't even take the time to go to newspapers.com. I'm sure there's tons of information. Lots of people remember McGriddle. I haven't done Subway, but I'm looking at this Subway right here. I keep thinking about those arrows, and I just don't remember them being there. I'm almost certain those were not there 15, 20 years ago. I know I've seen them for a while, but I don't always remember the arrows there, but they've always been there. But I don't always remember them being there. Well, we'll have to look into Subway. But anyway, go ahead and vote on the McGriddle. This is a huge change. I've known about this for a little while, and what prompted me to do this video was my son came home and said, hey, Dad, I stopped and bought some breakfast on the way to school, and I bought a sausage McGriddle. And I'm like, no, you didn't. And he's like, yes, I bought a McGriddle. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You bought a McGriddles. And I showed him the menu, and he's like, what? It's a McGriddle. And I showed him the menu, and it says sausage McGriddles. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, my son experiences the Mandela effect, but it kind of ended for him. He's not seeing any other changes. He initially saw a handful, and now, I don't know. The Mandela effect's not something that he wants to spend a lot of time. I do appreciate when he lets me bounce off ideas off of what's going on, because he does believe something's going on, but he's just not up for tossing around theories and stuff as often as I would like, but I should be happy that he explores it more than my wife, so I should be happy with that. But anyhow, I first heard about this on Gemini Vision's channel. He mentioned this in a video right around the time that he mentioned, I think, no, I don't remember. It's just 2-3 weeks ago maybe, but that's where I first saw this. And right away, when he mentioned that, do you remember this being called a McGriddles? Right away I was like, no, there was a McGriddle. I mean, what's this McGriddle stuff? So it was never McGriddles. You can say people are putting S's, leaving them off, whatever. You can say whatever you want. Doesn't matter. They didn't have McGriddles. They had a McGriddle. That's what it was for me. So let me know what it was for you. Sometimes this Mandela effect is frustrating because you got people who think they know your memories. They think, they're